Ever wondered how Santa got his reindeer enslaved through the swamps and the levees of Louisiana? The Cajuns had homes way back out in the swamps where it was dark and wet. Reindeer elite, they couldn't get out there, and he couldn't get a sleigh out there. So, over the years, the Cajun people have come up with their own version of Christmas because of how the way they live down there. And his name is Papa Noel. Papa Noel, he doesn't have reindeer and he doesn't have a sleigh. Papa Noel has 8 crocodiles and he drives a skiff so he can get safely to the homes to deliver presents to families and children in the bayou. Well, everybody knows that it's dark down there, so all the townspeople would get together and the swamp people would get together and they would all build bonfires along the levee so that way it would light Papa Noel's way so he could find his way to all the homes and stuff out in the swamp and along the levee. Well, lighting these bonfires had become a Christmas tradition for everyone who lives in Louisiana. And also, their displays down in Louisiana shows the crocodiles and Papa Noel in his skiff, and their celebrations were almost like the 4th of July and Christmas all together. And they also had come up with their own Night Before Christmas. The book was written close to the northern states of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And then they also came up with Cajun Night After Christmas. But the Cajun Night Before Christmas is, I just love the story, and I'd like for you guys to listen to it. I'm going to play it for you now.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, they don't a thing pass, not even a mouse. The children been nestled good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the pepper through the crack on the door. Then Mama, in the fireplace, done roast up some ham, stir up the gumbo, and make bake a yam. Then out on the bayou, they got such a clatter, make sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. Well, I run like a rabbit to got to the door and trip off the dog and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light of the moon, I think, man, you crazy or got old too soon. 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff. And a little fat drover with a long poling stick. Well, I know right way, and got to be old Saint Nick. More faster and faster, the gator that came, he whistled and hollered and called him by name. Hey, Gaston! Hey, Thibault! Hey, Pierre d'Alcy! Jean Ninette! Gilles Suzette! Celeste Renee! To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, make crawl, alligator, and be sure you don't fall. Like Tante Flo's cat, through the treetop he fly. When the big old hound dog come a run himself by, like that up the porch, them old gator climb, with the skiff full of toy, and old Saint Nick behind. Then on top the porch roof, it sound like the hail, when all them big gator done shot down their tail. Then down the chimney, I yell with a bam, and St. Nicholas fall and sit on the yam. Sacre, he exclaimed, my pant got a hole. I done shot myself down on them red-hot coal. He got to his foots and jumped like a cat, and out to the floor where he land with a splat. He was dressed in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plating he'd throw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that's for a fact. His eyes, how they shine, his dimple, how merry. Maybe he been drink the wine from Blackberry. His cheek was like rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, maybe he'd lap up the sherry. With snow-white chin whisker and quivering belly, he shook when he laughed, like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eye and a shook of his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, gone straight to his work, put plating in a sock, and then turn with a jerk. He put both his hand there on top of his head, cast an eye on the chimney, and then he done said, with all that fire and them burning hot flame, me, I ain't going back by the way that I came. So he run out the door, and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and crack his big whip. The gator moved down and don't make one slip. And I hear him shout as a splashing he go, "Merry Christmas to all," till I saw you some more.